Welcome to the podcast, Anne. How are
Hey
you?
May, I'm good. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do to help these people look better. So,
I know. You have many years of experience, so I'm sure you've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. I know as you've taken photos of my clients, you've certainly given me suggestions on how to better manage their photos. So it's been a great experience knowing you for all these years, and thank you for your
thank you.
help in those areas. So
Yeah, I really
today,
think being a photographer has made a difference for my clients when I speak with them and even my photographers because I'm walking the walk and talking the talk. And over the years, it's interesting how we've changed the way people do dress for online dating. In the past, we had the patterns, we had the black and the white. But as time went on, we realized that gets too busy. And so being able to concentrate on somebody in solid, great colors. And yes, people like white. Yes, people like black. But you know what? Be different online. They always talk about the little black dress. Well, be the one with the beautiful red dress. Be the one with the beautiful purple dress. Because, guys are going like this. And it's like, another black dress, another black dress. Ooh, purple, like that. So it's color. And so that's been a big thing with online dating and with photos. I mean, it's interesting because if one does go look through pictures online and they'll see a lot of people don't even care what they're wearing. They throw in uh the selfies, the photos their friends have taken, they're blurry, whatever. But it's those that people take the time that you only have a split second to make that impression. You can't, your little person on your phone, you can't say, come back, come look at my pictures again if your first picture is bad. So with anything, your first impression, on a date, your first impression. So it really makes a big difference.
so you mentioned patterns and you mentioned black and whites. Let's talk about women for starters. So you rather a woman gets dressed up in a solid color for a dress to show she's feminine. So instead of the black dress, red or pink or green, something like
It's
that
the
would
bottom
pop.
line. Sure, the bottom line though, not every color works on everybody. And so some people have blue tones, undertones, yellow undertones, and so forth. So as we know, there's many shades of red, many shades of blue, many shades of green. And unfortunately, the majority of people just go to a store and pick out something and put it on and see if they like it. But as a brunette and yourself, we're considered winters and with blue tone. And so like how that color looks so great on you is because there's blue tones to that pink. And there's blue tones. I mean, it is a blue top I'm wearing, but the same thing goes with reds. There's blue tones to reds or orange tones or yellow tones. And that would look really bad on you with a yellow tone because it doesn't go with your skin. So that's where also people need help is not only just say, oh yeah, get a red shirt, just get a blue shirt. It's the right red, the right blue, the right green. And that makes such a difference. And I want people to think about when you're out and about and you've gotten some clothes on, and how often when somebody says to you, oh, I love that shirt on you. And the test you can always have if you went to the store and bought the same shirt in the color that somebody just said, I love that color on you, and one that's not in that range, but it's exact same shirt and you wore it, even though it's the exact same shirt, they might say to you, nothing,
Right, right.
because it doesn't do anything for you. But they'll go, but it's the same shirt. But no, it's not the same shirt. And so that's where it's so important that having the right color on the person makes a difference. And there are sites out there. I have one that I send people to, um, that you can actually upload your photo and it'll analyze what your coloring is and let you know if you're spring, a winter, a fall, a summer, and give you a color chart of what colors work for you. And this can work for men and women. And so when you
What
go to
app
the
is
store,
that? What app is that you can, we'll put it in the show notes so people have
sure.
it. But do you
And
recommend,
I have no, no connection to them. It's just I like
right.
the app.
Do
But they're called
you recommend someone going to a store and if they like a certain style, a certain top, that they try it in 3 or 4 different colors that
oh
they
yeah,
offer, even though they don't think that color is normally something they would pick? Because like me, I always pick pink and blues, but maybe I should branch out and try different
purple, like
colors.
for you,
Right,
purple. I don't know if you ever worn purple.
right,
Um, and teal would look good.
right.
So if you look for when we have darker hair and more blue tones to our skin, the jewel tones
Mhm.
is what we look for. And so there's a wide range of those. And it's interesting because I'll tell you, I had a client and she only wore black and white. And when I asked her, okay, what are you gonna wear for your photo session? This is what she showed me, black and white. I went, she had this
Yeah,
great curly dark hair. And I said, jewel tones.
right.
So she went to the store and bought these luscious sweaters in like my color, your color, teal. And she put them on. She goes, oh, I love the way these look. And when I photographed her in these colors, now she still wore black. She had black pants, cute black boots, a cute black leather jacket, but this color popped,
Right, right.
which made a difference. And if it was white.
I know, I know. There's
And
so
so
many
suddenly it made
dating, yeah,
such a difference.
so many dating photos I see. People just go to colors that they're comfortable with, right? Like you said, black. Like if you put side by side these pictures of people wearing black and white and pictures of them wearing colors, they're going to get more hits online dating with those colors that pop. So I totally agree. Yeah, what else
I mean,
can
I
you?
love wearing black too, but if you can imagine if you were wearing a black top, I wouldn't see where your hair started and the top started,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And
I-
so having that contrast, and then also if you can imagine in a black dress, now for some people they like the fact that it hides a lot, but the proper color, the proper fit, if it's in this wonderful color, will look fabulous. You'll see the curves. You go for the fit. And that's the thing also. Are you an apple? Are you a pear? There's these shapes. Men and women have shapes. And
Yeah.
what's interesting, if you find out what your shape is, and you can go on Pinterest and
Mhm.
go in Google and you just type in best dresses for apple shape
I love it. I
and
love
it'll
it.
show you. So that way you're not floundering in the world,
Yeah.
wondering, what am I supposed to wear? And that works for men and women because not all outfits fit the same person.
Let me ask you this. What are some tops that you recommend for people who are flat chested or people who are, ample chest? Like, are there a difference
Oh,
that can,
definitely. Well, they'd be definitely different. And I mean, I'm not a stylist. And so I tend to then go myself and look things up to help the
right.
client. But one of the things we do like to recommend is a V-neck.
Mhm.
So often with women, we want to see that neckline.
Yes.
And yes, women love to wear chunky jewelry and so forth, but it's funny because so often women dress for women when they go on their dates and not realize they need to dress for the man or whoever you're attracting. So sometimes allowing the neck, like this is a very simple, but even in our photos, I'd almost not to have any
Right.
because it allows that just beautiful neck to go down and then it could even be a little lower,
Right.
which just opens things up,
Okay.
which
Okay.
is very nice because crew necks, they just kind of cut your neck.
Right.
And then a no is a turtleneck. No,
Right.
not on dating photos.
I agree.
No.
Show some skin, right? Like show how beautiful you are. But men should wear black or blue, right? I don't like when men wear red to a photo session or bright colors or like you
I don't
said,
know. I I think also a man in color, like you can go with a navy blue. Look how
right.
different just adding it as a navy blue.
Mhm.
And even guys who can wear purple
Right. Right.
or guys who can wear
Pink.
teal or shades. Yeah,
Yeah.
the strong guy who can wear a button-down pink shirt
Right.
is
Right.
sexy.
So men should also try that, right? I don't mind
Oh, definitely.
if a guy has a photo session with me and he maybe shows up in a black and a blue and maybe a pink or something different, because the photos, this photographer gives them, 2 or 3 wardrobe changes, right? So they should
Right.
maximize
Right.
that. What about a suit jacket? Do you recommend men
Oh,
wear?
I do. Yes. I mean, like in our packages, we always have a dressier outfit. So for the guys, it doesn't have to mean a suit, because
Right,
I know these days a lot of people don't wear suits.
right.
But I think it's sexy with a nice, great fitting blazer. And then that blazer can be with a t-shirt. That blazer can be with a button down. So it doesn't matter. But what we like to do is when we start adding layers, that actually allows us more options, because we have pictures with the jacket on, pictures with the jacket off. If you've got long sleeves on, maybe you've got pictures with the button down with the long sleeves, maybe you roll some up. So we like to be able to offer a variety. And so I like also, when it's nice this time of year for us, the fall, a cool bomber jacket or a leather jacket or something, a nice sweater. So that's even 3 layers. So we would take pictures with the jacket on, sweater on, the shirt on. Take the jacket off, we got the sweater on, the shirt on. Take the sweater off, we got the shirt on. So that's multiple outfits.
Right.
That also the way we photograph outside, you don't have to know it's all taken at the same time.
Right. And also when you were mentioning women should wear colors, sometimes they want to wear black because it hides some of their imperfections. But what I realize is getting photos taken by a professional photographer for dating purposes, you guys are great. You guys make us pose a certain way to kind of hide our imperfections. So that's where it's very, very valuable to get professional
Yeah,
dating photos, but yet they still look
exactly.
casual. They're not glamour shots and like touched up
And
where you
that's what people,
look like so
right.
yeah,
And that's what it's still hard for people, because they still think of it as, ooh, I don't want to get a professional shot because it's going to be studio or it's going to be glamour. And we don't do studio.
right,
People don't look like that.
right,
When I still see men who, just more so men, will go into the studio and they'll be, here I am in this outfit. Here I am in that outfit. Here I am in this outfit. It's like, okay, where are
right,
you in real life?
right,
So
right. No, I agree. I agree.
no studio. But yes, when it comes to, and that's why what they wear is so important, because it's gotten to the time where stop worrying about the size. Like the guy is not going to pull out your label and go, oh, you're wearing this. You need to wear what fits. And if it means you go up a size because it's going to fit you better, cut out the tag. No one's going to
Right,
know.
right,
But what looks best on you? And like these days, so many women, the styles of these bodycon. Okay, if you're going to wear a bodycon dress, you better wear the undergarments that you're going to slip yourself into, because bodycons show everything.
what do you mean, what are body cons? I don't understand.
Those are like literally somebody has poured a dress on somebody.
Oh, right, right, right. Okay. Yeah,
Like
you
bodycons
better,
are.
yeah. So what other tips can you give, based on your experience? Just kind of rattle off some great tips for people out there who are considering getting some photos taken.
The first thing is definitely just get the right fit for yourself. Like for men, we make sure we tell them, you know, make sure you have shirts that are proper arm length. Make sure if you're slender, buy the trim fit shirts. None of this baggy. Women want to see a guy's shape as much as men want to see a woman's shape. So there's so many styles of jeans. Let's see you. There's the straight leg, there's the boot leg, and so forth on guys. Make sure they fit properly. Your jacket, make sure it fits properly. And so often when we tell them, we need you to wear a jacket, they'll pull out a jacket from 5 years ago. You can still see the dust on their shoulders, and then they come to the shoot, they didn't even try it on prior, and they come to the shoot and go, it doesn't close anymore, or it's now up to here. It's like, no, try on your clothes prior. So what we've been asking our clients now is to take photos of yourself from head to toe and send us what you plan on wearing, so we know prior, and we'll be able to say yay or nay. Like, the pants look great, but you need another shirt. Try this color. The shoes, no. Like men, please add shoes to your wardrobe. I think there's nothing sexier than those like brown caramel color shoes now, or maybe with a darkened toe with a jean.
Yeah.
It's like you've just upped the item just a little more. And so it looks like you've actually thought about dressing. So women do look at shoes, guys. They really do. And so, understanding about the belt has to match the shoes and all that kind of stuff. But yes, there's places like Nordstrom, if you can find a good one, that you can talk to their stylist and hope that they'll be honest with you about what fits properly. But once you get what fits you properly, you can go online and get them, knowing what works. But it's just so important to find those outfits that work right. So like we feel for the guys, what are good shirts to wear, a polo, a V-neck t-shirt looks good on a guy if he's got a great shape. The button down, a nice sweater, which can be, now I mentioned no prints, but with guys, we kind of let them off the hook a little, because so often they might have a small stripe or a small print on their button downs. That's okay. These days, the plaids, we won't do with our photos. It's cool. They can do it themselves in their casual selfies if they want to include that. But in our photo sessions, it's too busy that we feel. Of course, then the sport jacket, I like a Henley, a nice looking Henley. So with guys, khaki pants, they can wear black jeans. All men should have a good pair of black jeans that fit fabulously, because black jeans can be dressed down or dressed up. And you don't have to have those black dress pants, but you still feel comfortable in your black jeans. And so that kind of rocks it with that blazer, so that's a nice look. The ladies, sleeveless, we'd rather, even if you can have the most buff arms, there's only so many pictures that really work well sleeveless, because so often we turn and this area gets really wide. So with those who want to wear short sleeve, a lot of times the short sleeves are too tight. So these days, this flutter sleeve is a really fabulous option, because it's feminine, it's soft, it comes down enough. And so it gives that nice illusion of a thinner arm for those that are much bigger here, but it gives a nice line instead of a tight short sleeve. So we're definitely into that. Peplum is great for women. But the other thing I like to tell women, flat front pants. Like there's these days with the high-waisted, there's jeans that have like a nice high waist band, because when you wear a sweater, when you wear a shirt and you've got a jean on that pops where the button is, where the zipper is, it kind of goes over and forms this unflattering bulge.
Yeah.
And so for photo, like, in real life, we don't think about it. Like no one's staring at you. In a photo, it's done. You take it, it's always there. So I recommend that women find nice flat front pants, jeans, because then the top goes over it very softly. Same thing with sweaters. The other thing to think about in your photos is texture. So I love this time of year with sweaters, because we not only want to provoke the emotion of, ooh, they look nice, but also like your sweater, like, ooh, that looks soft. So suddenly, if you have these wonderful sweaters, the guy or woman, depending on the guy or the who's wearing it, might go, can't wait to hug that person, because it's something in their head going, that's something they could say, oh, could you wear that sweater that you wore in your picture, because it really looks nice. So it's also thinking of that, or satin or leather pants, so those kind of things. When it comes to shoes, we want to elongate the leg for women. So as much as we can try, more of a pointy toe is much better than a round toe. And so it just helps bring the leg down and keep going. So I have no problem with black pants on women. Like, go to town on your nice black pants, because it's slimming, but go for that color on the top.
I love it.
Also, we try to stay away with blazers for women on our shoots because that looks too businessy, and leave those to your LinkedIn pictures, but not for dating.
I agree.
So, it's things like that.
These are all fabulous tips, Anne. I love it. I know in your bio, you said something about you doing online dating and you can actually give extra level of service to the clients who come to you for online dating photos. What
Right.
have you learned about online dating and photos, just your personal experience?
Um, I wish that I could send my business card into the phone. I'm sorry, gentlemen, as we say it all the time, no pictures in the bathroom. We don't want to see the toilet. I had one gentleman, he had on his suit, and then he took a picture of his casual, and another one, and he asked me out. And I said, kindly said, no, I don't think it'd be a match, but please retake your photos in a different place. Women don't want to see urinals.
Right, right,
The gym photos, and then also people, a lot of people don't know how to use and make a selfie, so they put the phone in front of their face. It's like,
right.
no. And men, buy a full length mirror. I had a photo shoot with a gentleman, and I said, can you send me photos of you and your outfits? And he said, I just have the mirror in my bathroom. I said, you don't own a full length. No, because I've been dressing myself for 40, 50 years. So he shows up in pants that are too baggy, in a shirt that is too baggy, because he doesn't see himself.
Actually, you helped me with a client whose pants were too short. Remember,
I do.
he didn't follow your orders, obviously,
No.
but that's important where the pant legs should not
Ugh.
be so short where they're high waters. So yeah, that's another tip. But also online dating photos shouldn't have sunglasses, hats,
Exactly.
that kind of stuff, but obviously you won't take photos with them with those
Exactly. And we
items
say
on.
that in our FAQs when people ask, no, we're not going to take it with your sunglasses. Like women like scarves. No, no. Again, you're closing yourself
Right.
up. So the idea, and the other thing that's come about in the past couple of years is the idea of open body language. And I've been chatting with a lot of dating coaches who have said, please change up the way you're photographing our clients,
Mhm.
because gone are the days
Right. The
I might be
arms. Yeah.
smiling,
Right.
but what I'm really saying is, I'm not really sure. And this
Yes.
is
Yes.
covering up
Yes.
my body.
Right.
So the idea is thinking about keeping each arm on the proper side. Don't cross over your body. And ladies, as much as you want to cover up your stomach, you're going to put your hand over your stomach. What you're really doing is saying, arrow,
Yeah.
arrow. So your job is to have the right kind of clothes. We are going to position you in a way in your photos to accentuate the positive. Also, when it comes to photos, so many people might have a double chin or a thicker neck. So when the photographer asks you to push out instead of this.
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
because that brings the response is this, but if you push it out, you
Right.
see a jawline.
Yeah.
And so many poses, like we'll say, do this, do that. And they go, this is really uncomfortable. All right, let me take the picture and I'll show you. And I go, wow, oh my God, you're right. So
Right.
it's those tips that we know about not making you look stiff, um, sitting on steps. A lot of people like to photograph people on steps, but the thing is, the riser is so different. And so if they're really shallow, it's really hard for a woman if she's wearing a dress to be sitting on very shallow steps. So if you see that, don't continue to take photos, move on to something else that will work best for that person. The other thing is blocking um, objects that might be blocking the body, that you want to make sure that you're not cutting somebody off. Um, Being outside, it's important that when you're amongst the trees, there's something called dappling, where the light is sun, shadow. And professional photographers will use what we call fill flash to pop the light back in. So it'll look like you and I look like now, instead of that you've got splotches on.
Right. Right.
And so that's important. We also don't like photographing in the bright sun, because who looks good with squinting?
Right.
So usually photographs between 11 and 2 aren't good. And if it's cloudy outside, don't go, oh my God, it's cloudy. The photographer's going, yay, it's
Yeah,
cloudy.
it's the
So
best.
we like that.
Okay.
Also, when you go places, don't go someplace where it's going to be windy, because ladies, if you've just gotten your hair done, the last thing you want is it blowing all over the place. So if you live near the ocean, and as much as you want to do that, opt for
Right.
something else.
Right. Great. And what if you buy a new outfit, or make sure you iron it, make sure you wash it
Oh
prior.
my God.
I see iron lines. I see some guys wear a brand new shirt to a photo shoot. I'm like, no, there's
Yes.
like lines all over there. But yeah, no, these
Exactly.
are
I
all
remember
great
back in the
tips.
day. Yeah. I remember going to the guy's house and I said, "So let me see here." He literally took them out of the bag and was unwrapping them. I went,
Right, right. Okay.
and that's why now, because we ask them to send us the photos ahead of time, it also makes it easier for our photographers when they know what the client's going to wear. And if you're going to be in 3 outfits, it's best for the photographer to say, okay, wear this one first, this one second, this one third. So in the client's mind, they know what they need to change into. Um, and also it helps the photographer know what the body shape, what the person looks like, what their age is, that might change out where they're going to do the photo shoots and so forth. The other thing we'll let people know is a lot of our photographers have changing tents. And I
Okay.
know a lot of people are very nervous about, where am I going to change my clothes? Where's the nearest bathroom? I'm not changing in a car. And considering so many of our clientele are 40s to 60s, no one wants to change in
Right.
a car. So I've been encouraging my dating coaches, and I've been using a changing tent. Absolutely love it. Game changer. That it makes a big difference. So we try to let them understand it's okay. We've got you covered. You're not going to be dropping your clothes in the toilet and things like that.
Okay. Well, Anne, thank you so much for your time. Before we go, what are you offering to the listeners out there for
Well,
them
I will,
to?
yes, I
Yes.
will. Yes, thank you, May. So I would love to offer anyone listening to this podcast a $15 off coupon on either one of our photo packages. So we've got a 1 hour, 2 outfit, you get 12 photos, and we have a 90-minute, 3 outfit, 18 photos. So you can get $15 off that. We'll put it in the show notes. It'll say LBOMH15. And we'd love to have you contact lookbetteronline.com. You'll be able to put in a zip code to see which photographers are located near you. Please read over all. We've got a portfolio that shows before and after photos. So important. You'll see yourself in those before photos, and you'll see the difference the after makes, why you're wanting to invest in this. And so that's important. If you don't see a photographer in your zip code area, email me, and you'll see a contact where you can email me, because I might be in the process of hiring somebody in that area. They're just not finished with their profile yet. So I will help guide you on where to be able to find a photographer. So
Great. Thank you so much, Anne. I learned so much today. To go on Pinterest and check out my body shape and what
yeah.
looks good for me and my coloring. And yeah, these are all great tips. I know I've used Look Better Online for many, many years, so I can vouch that you guys offer great photos, and you only need like 3 to 5 excellent dating photos for your profile. It's not like you need 100 of them. So you guys take advantage of the offer, get some dating photos done, and you will know that you will get way more hits online with better
if I can just
photos.
if I can just say, I know that we give 12 to 18, and the idea is we do headshots, 3/4 body, full length. If you're going to be on multiple dating sites, now you have the opportunity to use multiple pictures on different sites instead of the same three, the same three, the same three. So when one says, gosh, why do I need all these? Because we are offering, again, the headshot, the 3/4 body, the full length in each. It's good to have a nice variety.
I love it. Thank you, Anne. I appreciate your
It's a
time, and
pleasure.
I'll see you later. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much, May. Appreciate it. Thank you.